Was geht, meine Damen und Herren und ja. Heute regieren, ja, was für regieren? Heute reagieren wir auf 25. 25 versteckte Orte. Ja, lasst gerne ein Like und ein Abo da und sehen wir uns. Sehen wir uns. Wir schauen jetzt einfach rein hier.
These are 25 insane secret locations in GTA 5, and I guarantee you haven't seen all of them. So,
Okay, sag euch, falls irgendeins kennen.
to test that, I created 5 different levels from the most famous
Noob Pro CEO Hack.
to most unknown hidden locations. And if you haven't heard of these first 5 locations, then you're a noob. If you come to this location on the map,
Dort kann es was. Was ist das hier eigentlich? Sieht irgendwie aus wie RP. Aber naja. Ich hab Namen vergessen. Mine. Ist Mine? Ja, Mine.
you'll come across these mineshaft doors, which you can actually open up with any explosive in the game. Inside the tunnel, there's one secret thing to see, which is this body that pops up when you start the murder mystery challenges. Now, my favorite secret location /
FBI-Gebäude. Ich weiß gar nicht mal, wie man dort reinkommt. Ich glaube aber, wenn man reingeht, die Treppe runter und danach hochfliegt. Zumindest ist dort in GTA so. Das habe ich so gebrannt.
glitch to show new players is at the top of the FIB building. The only way you can get inside of this building legitly is through a mission, but around here we simply don't care. So the first thing you need to glitch inside is a cargo bob, and then park it a little something just like this. Now to get inside, you need a combat roll up towards this wheel, which you can do by aiming in and jumping.
2,000 years later.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Finally, I got in. Since this is an interior for a mission, it's fully textured and it's actually pretty detailed. You may have drove past this next location
Es gibt so
1,000 times, but when you take a closer look, there's
Also,
actually
ich war schon mal dort drin. In GTA auf jeden Fall drin, aber ich glaube Multiplayer oder Singleplayer war es noch nicht.
a little village here. Just walking through the entrance, there's a please help sign, but inside their village, you'll find some tents, a bunch of signs that are kind of creepy, and you'll actually find an open interior. Now, one of the most OG glitch
Okay, dann wusste ich, es war nur so ein Camp da drin.
locations is right here on the map, so if you haven't heard about this one, you're truly a noob.
Hinterm Baum.
All you have to do is walk into this spot right here, and just like that, you'll be glitched inside of the hedge. Now, there's not really anything you could find in here, but since this has been out for
Ich weiß nicht, ob ich es sehen kann, ob ich das kenne. Hab noch nie ausgetestet, aber es kennt den
so long, it kind of makes me wonder why Rockstar kept it in the game. Now, wrapping up the noob level, I came to this location, which is truly one of the most iconic spots in GTA, because at 11 p.m. is when the Jolene Evans ghost appears on this mountain. I remember being so scared when I first saw this, so if you're new and this is your
Warum die Geräusche da? Ich
First time
weiß nicht, ob es einblendet, aber sie macht
seeing
Geräusche.
this, just be careful not to get too close, because it disappears. If you think you did good on the
Ja, okay, ich kenne es alle schon. Ja, das ist RP, hab ich doch gesagt.
noob level, good luck from here on out because it starts getting a lot harder. So now let's move on to the pro level. Starting off the pro level at this location on the map, usually when you see the train on the map, it's constantly moving, but at this location, it stops for around 45 seconds. And during that time, you're able to get inside like it's your own vehicle. Run in between the train and this barrier while spamming the enter button. It might not work the first time you try it, so you may need to wait for the train a few times, but this is what it should look like. And there you go, it's really easy to come inside. And even when the train starts going again, you'll stay inside. Next, if you go to this location, which is kind of far offshore, you'll find a pretty big underwater lab. I'm not really sure what the first person was thinking when they found this, because I rarely even go underwater in this game. My favorite part about this location is that you can actually explore the abandoned lab. Now, I wish Rockstar would have added something cool in here, or even just some more detail, but before making this video, this is the first time I had ever seen this. If anyone has any idea what this is a part of, let me know in the comments. In one of my previous videos, I talked about the altruist cult, which is just a group of guys.
Übrigens, wir schauen wahrscheinlich noch die creepiesten Sachen. Das geht ja nur 9 Minuten. Wir schauen jetzt noch die 25 gruseligsten Sachen an. Nur das
guys that
beschreibst.
are cannibals. And although this spot is kind of a secret location, it is a part of a mission, so I'm not gonna count it. But if you leave their village from this side and then jump down this side of the mountain and then run to the right, you'll stumble
In die Höhle, das wollte ich sagen, das Bigfoot-Höhle, glaube
across
ich.
one of their secret caves that has a skull, a fire that burns 24/7, and their cult's logo. And if you need the exact location, here it is.
Okay, das wusste ich.
I've been to the military base hundreds,
Oder?
maybe even thousands of times, and I never knew that
Eben. Man kann hier rein in den Tower. Oder es gibt einen Fahrstuhl. Also man kann dort rein. Aber es gibt auch noch einen Fahrstuhl. Den kann man, glaube ich, öffnen. Ich weiß gar nicht, ob man den öffnen kann. Aber auf jeden Fall kann man dort rein. Also hier, wenn es ehrlich ist, hier kann man reingehen. Dort im Fahrstuhl passiert einfach nichts. Aber auf der anderen Seite, wenn man kurz genau
I've been to the
hinschaut,
military base.
ich glaube, ich bin mir nicht mehr sicher, aber irgendwie so ein Gebäude wie das hier. Hier hinten aber. Kann man reingehen. Das weiß auch.
Hundreds, maybe even thousands of times, and I never knew that you can go inside of this building. When you go through these doors, at this exact location, you can enter a part of the military base that not many people know about. And through this
Und da bin ich sogar mit 7, 8 Jahren reingegangen. Und er kennt es nicht, oder was?
security check, you'll be able to go into multiple rooms, such as stairs that lead you to the top of the tower, a fully furnished training room, and even a working elevator. But for the video, I'll take the stairs. Unfortunately, you can't enter the rooms that are found on
Man kann, glaube ich, erst, da gibt es eine Gerade.
the way to the top of the tower, but once you reach the 6th floor, this is where
Genau, hier gibt es eine Gerade. Da kann man hier einmal durchs Büro und oben gibt es
you'll be able to enter the top of the lookout and oversee the whole military base. And in the room next door, this is where the elevator from downstairs will lead you to. And through the other door, you'll be able to find their electrical room. And following this last set of stairs is where you'll find the actual top of the lookout. And for those of you wondering,
Da
no,
kann man gar nicht raus.
you
Genau.
cannot shoot through these windows. This last one for the level is going to be pretty quick, but I
Die Garage, beziehungsweise die Tür hier.
still think it's one of the best spots in the game. Usually you can't enter random garages, but this garage to the right opens up when you get close to it. And the best part is when you get to the back, the garage door closes, and when you have a wanted level, you can actually hide from the cops in here, but you can also use this as a protected spot to shoot at them. Whether you already knew about
Okay, er hat einfach nicht die Tür gezeigt.
the last 10 locations or not, you're now ahead of 70% of GTA players. So now let's go on to the CEO level. Starting off with my favorite underwater
Doch, das war wegen Singleplayer. Das war wegen Singleplayer. Schwimmt man hier so rein, geht dann hier rauf. Soweit ich weiß.
location. At this location, you're able to find an underwater tunnel that you could swim through
Aber ich weiß gar nicht, ob es in online offen
and
ist.
explore. Now, this tunnel is a part of a mission, but still only a majority of players know about it. Now, this tunnel is pretty long, and it brings you straight into Humane Labs, which lets you explore even more. The next secret location is
Ja, okay, auf der anderen Seite, wenn man Ding hochgeht, die Tür.
at
Oder?
the airport. If you
Kann ich kurz zeigen.
come to this location on the map and then make your way up these stairs,
Okay, das kennt
you'll be
kann
able
ich
to
noch
walk
nicht.
through these doors. This is somewhere on the map no one would expect an open interior to be. So one, it's a great
Das
hiding
kannst du noch
spot
nicht,
if you're
nee.
off the radar. And two, it's kind of just fun to explore for the first time. Towards the end of the hallway, there's this
kannst du noch
secret
nicht.
exit, and I've always wanted to trick someone who's following me by coming up this ladder and then placing a proximity mine so when they come
Aber
through it,
kannst du
they
das kurz
explode.
umdrehen,
Now, I
bitte?
haven't really thought this through before, but I feel like it would work and it would be pretty funny. Now, I don't know if this
Okay, er zeigt's nicht, aber kurz beim Airport. Auf der anderen Seite gibt es eine Treppe. Ich glaube, wenn man reingeht, ist hier eine Treppe und hier eine Treppe auf der anderen Seite. Und wenn man die Treppe hier nach oben geht, kann man auch in das Los Angeles International Airport rein.
If you
Aber das
come to
hinten
this
wusste ich nicht,
location,
das
we're on
wusste ich
the
wirklich nicht.
radar, proximity mine work, and it would be pretty fun. Secret car location. I don't know if this next one's just me, but I've seen a bunch of fake TikToks that say there's secret car locations throughout the map. And although 99% of those are fake, between the hours 12 and 2 a.m., if you drive around this block, you'll actually come across a modded car. It's called the Sentinel XS, and when it spawns,
Say
it
fake.
already has mods on it. But just keep doing loops. Oh, actually, this is it right here. But like I was saying, just keep doing loops around this area until you find it. Respectfully, this is mine now. Now, if you're
Okay. Aber ihr bekommt auch noch tunten Fahrzeuge. Zeigt irgendwo die Map. Getunte Fahrzeuge findet ihr auch noch hier drin, oder? Nee, ist gar nicht da. Es ist irgendwo anders. Ah, ich weiß gerade nicht mehr wo. Hier ist Michael, wenn man hier durchkommt, Kommentar. Oh, ich hab vergessen, wo das war, aber es war auch irgendwo so auf der Map. Nee, da. Es ist. Ich glaube sogar das Gebäude hier. Bin mir nicht mehr ganz sicher, dort gibt es auch noch ein Secret-Fahrzeug. Ah nee, war doch nicht das Gebäude. Naja, egal.
Just keep doing loops around this area until you find it. Respectfully, this is mine now. Now, if you're ready, let's go on to the hacker level. It's no mystery that this building's been under construction for over 10 years. Well, even though you're not supposed to go inside, I found a pretty secret solution. First, get your character up to this location, which for better reference looks a little something like this. And then you're gonna jump from here all the way down to here, and your character will glitch inside. So let me see if I can get this first try. Just a few broken bones on the way down. That was actually a lot easier than I remember. Now this is actually a glitched building that you can shoot out of, but let me show you the only way you can get out of here. Unfortunately, exploding yourself is the only way to get out. The next location is here on the map, and what you want to do is walk first person into this barrier. For this though, you have to be pretty careful and go kinda slow, because if you go too fast, you'll glitch out and fall through the map. But the goal is to get down to that piece of concrete. So let's see if I can do that. It's kinda oh, no. Okay, give me one more chance to try that. Make our way down these stairs. Alright, looks like we gotta jump down here. Everything might look invisible when you first get down here, but when you find the right position, you'll be able to see through the map and shoot. And that even includes RPGs. Next, if you come to this location on the map, there's a secret location behind these gates, which I'd even call more of an Easter egg. Behind these big doors, you see a secret room and a huge snowman. Now, the reason I say this is more of an Easter egg is because you can't actually get inside of the room, but you can see inside. The next spot on the map is right here, and what you want to do is climb up this garbage can and then right onto these pipes, then slowly make your way over to this open window. Once you get over here, just jump inside, and I'm not gonna lie, this is probably one of the most hidden locations. You could probably get away with camping this spot for a little while, but as soon as an oppressor comes through here, you're cooked. So good luck with this one. I know I said the last location was one of the most hidden spots, but this one takes first. If you come to this location with a helicopter and land it right up here, you'd expect this to be a normal rooftop building that doesn't let you go inside. But for whatever reason, this singular room is open, and you might be wondering what this door leads to, and the answer is nothing. Lastly, we have the classified level, and these locations are the most unknown in the whole game. For the first location, you're gonna need a parachute to get to it. So then come to this location and park an NPC car just like this. You'll then jump on the car and then try to jump over this wall. Once you jump over the wall, this is where the parachute comes into play. Next, you'll need to ping this exact location and jump off the map just like this, then pull your parachute. Now try your best to get exactly to that pinged location without dropping your character too much. Now this glitch might take a while to do, and this is actually like my 10th attempt, but once you do finally glitch inside, you'll notice your character's stuck in first person. But all you have to do is use the up and atomizer and switch your camera angle right when you shoot, which should look a little something like.
Jetzt kommen wir gleich wieder. Bin wieder da. Ja, wie gesagt. Wenn das gar nicht. Muss man wirklich auch testen.
That. Thankfully, this next one isn't as hard, but you will need to spend a few million on a Deluxo. With it, you want to fly directly into the bridge right here, and just like that, you'll be inside. From this location, you have the ability to shoot any weapon out, and you're completely hidden with a bunch of space. Now, if you don't want to spend a lot of time or money to get to a location, this is the right spot for you. All you want to do is get a tall NPC car, then park it right underneath this fan. Jump onto the NPC car, then jump onto this metal pipe, and you'll be glitched inside of this wall.
Kommt man auf die Idee, das zu testen?
Sadly, from the spot, you can't shoot out, but you will be able to see and be completely hidden from everyone on the map. For the next secret spot, you want to come to this location, make your way around the side here to this ladder, then climb up this ladder. After you get up the ladders, come to this cone, and unlike the last spot, you'll be able to glitch inside, just like this, and have full ability to shoot out of it while being in the most popular spot on the map. Now, the last spot on this list is at this location, and although it doesn't seem secret, the story that lurks behind it is pretty creepy. And if you want to know the full story, watch this video right here. And like always, thanks for this location. And although it doesn't seem secret, the story that lurks behind it is pretty creepy. And if you want to know the full story, watch this video right here. These are the creepiest facts in GTA 5, and I searched hours to find the most unknown facts. So if you know
Ich kann
more
alle.
than 10 of these,
Ich
then
kann
you're
alle,
a
Leute.
certified nerd. Number 1. There is a bunker underwater that
Kenn es
something
nicht.
lives in. When you sail or fly
Okay.
to the end of the map, your vehicle will
Yeah,
be
das kenn ich.
destroyed, and then a shark attacks you.
kenn ich.
Next to the observatory, you can find trash on the floor, and one of the newspapers says, "Coastline under threat." But it doesn't stop there. If you go inside a barbershop, you can find a photo of Los Santos being overtaken by huge waves. This house seems pretty normal, but the story that lurks behind it is extremely creepy and sad. The first obvious clue is on this wall. It has the numbers 1807 with an arrow pointing to the left. When you follow the arrow, you get brought to this house, and this house represents a house of a victim from the famous Manson family. Before I explain how they're connected, let me quickly tell you what this family is. The Manson family was a group of people led by Charles Manson. They committed a series of murders in Los Angeles, including a pregnant actress named Sharon Tate. The 18 within the number represents the average number of members in the Manson family, and the 7 represents how many murders Charles Manson was convicted for in real life. If you still aren't convinced, here's the house in game, and here's Sharon Tate's old house in real life. The last creepy thing about this house is the people in the backyard don't act normal. When you bump into them, they instantly die and everyone else gets scared. If you play GTA 5, you know this isn't how normal NPCs act. So what do you think? Moving on, there's a message that
Oha, das wusste ich gar nicht. Stark.
says, "Ain't no mystery they drowned her because of what she knew." This isn't just a threatening message, it gets deeper than that, because the body can be found underwater at this location. In the mountains, there's this cult
Okay, ich wusste, dass man halt Leichen unter Wasser findet. Ich glaube sogar Leichensäcke.
called the Altruist Cult. Basically, these older men believe in survival of the fittest. Some walk around naked, and oh yeah, they're cannibals. In story mode, Trevor even has the option to bring them sacrifices, aka people. Most people know about this mineshaft, but within this lightless tunnel, you can find a body. It goes super deep with multiple turns. Now, what even less people know is that the body is actually connected to a secret mission. In one of Solomon's missions, you have to read a letter. This letter is wrote by the murderer Fred Quincy. He writes about some mistakes he's made, including dumping someone in a mine. That somebody is the man you find in the mine shaft. The graveyard has multiple secrets. If you come during the day, you can find a dog who visits its deceased owner every day, and it just sits there. Now, this is actually based on a true story called The Greyfriars Bobby, and for 14 years, this dog protected its owner's grave until it sadly died. And at this location, you can find oddly large bugs. Most people think this is just a mistake. However, others think that this is the start of a mutation disease. This next one isn't creepy, it's just sad. And you should hear this so it's not forgotten. Back at the graveyard, you could find a bench, and the bench reads, "In memory of Chris Edwards." Chris Edwards was actually a Rockstar Games employee. Sadly, in 2014, Chris Edwards passed away. He worked on 5 different GTA projects, the first starting in 2005 and the last ending in 2013. Rest in peace, Chris Edwards. There's actually a house that bleeds when you shoot it. No one's sure if this is an Easter egg and has more to it, or
Aber das gab's, ich weiß gar nicht, ob es jetzt immer noch gibt, aber es gab's auf der PS3, glaube ich.
if it's just the developers that made a mistake. Back in the day, if you came to this location, you could see an image of Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad. However, once GTA
Das war doch gerade ein Chicken hier.
location, you could see an image of Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad. However, once GTA came out on the new gen consoles, it was switched to a rooster, a cock rooster. Now, don't get me wrong, this is funny, but it's also just a little creepy because what motivated them to turn Jesse Pinkman into this? Now, I know mostly everyone knows about this ghost on the hill, and if you don't, you must have
Das ist, glaube ich, die Mutter von, das im Story-Modus ist die Mutter von dem einen, die Frau, wo beim Leuchtturm.
been living under a boulder, but if you open up your phone and type Lenora Johnson and click this website, it'll tell you how this girl became a ghost and how it happened, going into even further detail. On another website called Accept the Chaos, there's a photo of a family, but when you press the button Play God, it shows a photo of them in a car crash, which I'm blurring out because it's pretty graphic. The dog in the photo is also a part of the aftermath, and following the same story, when Franklin finds a guy stuck in a tree who went skydiving, skydiving,
wieder.
he was led there by a dog. And once Franklin told the guy his dog saved his life, the stuck man questioned that.
That's a cool ass dog you got, homie.
What dog?
That dog.
What most people don't know is the ghost dog is the same dog from the photo. In the water, you can find a skeleton,
Oh, Junge.
but not just any skeleton. One that belongs to a huge sea monster. The size of this is roughly 40 feet long. Now, if it had skin and everything else, it would be even bigger. The sewer is a very mysterious
Skelett habe ich gekannt. Das, ja, ich habe schon mal gesehen. Aber
place. People believe there's something called the Rat Man living in here, and even though the Rat Man is never directly mentioned or shown, the fact is there's something living in here, something big. When you go deep into the sewer, you can hear a heartbeat. It never changes rhythm and it stays consistent, so what could this be? Let me hear your theory in the comments. When you complete 100%
ich habe dazu.
of story mode, you can go to the top of Mount Chiliad and a UFO will spawn. This is linked to the Mount Chiliad mural where you can see a UFO at the top of the message. The Blaine County Motel is possibly the
Da sind Clowns drin.
most scary location to visit at night. When you come here, you can hear footsteps that aren't yours, laughing and even screaming. For some reason, there seems to be a lot of wildlife in this area. Fact is, this is done on purpose. Large content creators falsely led their audience into believing there was killer clowns that danced around at night. But
Yeah.
these videos use mods and aren't real. However, Rockstar took this into their own hands and added spawning locations to a bunch of different animals in this area. So when players check to see if there's anything paranormal, instead of getting jump scared by a clown, they get jump scared by pigs. Now I will say this hotel does have a creepy atmosphere because you do hear weird noises, but there definitely aren't any clowns. At this location, you could find a cave with a lit fire and a skull. No one knows why it's here, but it belongs to the Altruist cult. And you can tell because the paintings are the same ones that you could find at the camp. This house doesn't bleed like the other one, but if you come here at night, you could look into the windows and you'll be able to see blood that's already on the window. It's possible that the other house bleeding is just a glitch, but these bloodstains are already here, meaning they got implemented for a reason. People say this is the scariest house in the game. Others report that they've seen this house on fire at night, as well as hearing screaming coming from within the house. These haven't been proven, but when I investigated it for myself, I found something very odd. When I entered the back room of the house, the only part you could go into, I was looking at the walls and I noticed a design that looked like a face. This might be my imagination, but I've never seen anything even similar to a face on a house. Fact is, this house is creepy. The Illuminati eye is seen throughout the majority of the map. You can find 2 posters of it in Lester's house, Franklin's original house, and it's even one of the largest company logos in the game. So if you find any more, let me know. The very first mission in GTA
Was ist das ein Alien?
Story mode is in
So
North
I-
Yankton. Back in 2013, after the game's release, players started to notice something suspicious frozen in the stream. This frozen thing was an alien. Fun fact, this was the
Ja,
first
unter der Brücke ist doch Ding. Das Ei.
Easter egg that blew up in GTA 5. In the ocean, you could find a sunken plane.
Keine Ahnung.
And this section of the ocean is known as the Bermuda Triangle, because in real life the Bermuda Triangle is known for mysterious disappearances, similar to how this plane randomly got placed in the ocean. Now this 25th fact is extremely creepy and by far the most scary story in GTA 5. The Infinity 8 Killer. This
Genau, das ist ein
is a
Killer.
guy who left behind multiple messages that proves he's killed people. One
hat ja, ich glaube, sein Easter Egg ist, die Zahl, also auf 1, ich glaube 8 Leute hat er gekillt und er hat die so hingeschrieben.
even tells us where he left his
Everything.
victims. I told the full story on this video right here, and thanks for watching.
Ja, kein Ding.
It's a little creepy because what?
Ja, lasst gerne ein Like und ein Abo da. Wir sehen uns morgen wieder bei einem GDA-Video. Tschüss.